Welcome back to the Daily Taoist with Will S. Timeless wisdom of the Tao Te Ching. The Tao Te Ching was written around 2,500 years ago by a man named Lao-Tzu. It is one of the oldest texts in existence and certainly one of the wisest. Its wisdom is timeless and its message is as relevant and important now as it was back then, if not more so. It is vital that we learn to come back into balance with the natural world, to live in a more harmonious and selfless way. And the Tao Te Ching beautifully instructs us in bringing ourselves and our lives into alignment with the Tao, also known as the Way. Today on the podcast, I'm going to be talking about verse 6 of 81, translated from the original Chinese, courtesy of Rory. The Tao is called the Great Mother, empty yet inexhaustible. It gives birth to infinite worlds, yet its immaculate purity is never lost. It assumes countless forms, yet its true identity remains intact. Listen to its voice, hear it echo through the creation. All through invisible, it endures. It will never end. Without fail, it brings us our own protection. Using the different translations of the Tao Te Ching, he's rearranged the words of this verse quite a bit to reflect what I feel is the essence of its message. The Tao Te Ching moves deeper into meditation upon the nature of the Tao, which here is referred to as the Great Mother or the mysterious feminine, and states that it lies at the root of creation. Perhaps this Great Mother might be envisioned as a vast ocean. From the ocean, seemingly separate forms might appear, such as waves rippling on the surface of the ocean, and water rising as vapor and appearing as clouds in the sky. But the nature and substance of these forms remains of the ocean, and before long the forms dissolve and return back to their source. As it happens, the Tao is compared to water more than once in subsequent versions of the text. Though the Great Mother has taken form as a universe, galaxies, stars, planets, and various life forms, its true nature is unchanged and undiminished, and can still be found within the forms themselves as their very essence. All through the myriad of forms of life change and eventually dissolve, the great oneness of the Tao remains unchanged and unchanging throughout it all. Yeah, the Tao is a constant. It's always there. I was thinking about this yesterday, but it's very difficult sometimes to express yourself in words, because words are limited. They do not contain enough data bits in those vibrational sound waves to communicate clearly sometimes what you're thinking. I mean, you can try and make up new words, reinvent words, like flugelhorn or truth. We call those neologisms. But, until we get to the point where I can, direct beam you some information, about what I'm thinking, because I think in pictures, and the faster you can visualize something, the faster you can think. The Tao is very helpful for understanding your own limitations. Take these lessons in stride, take them in small bite-sized chunks. You know, this is a document that has existed for a very long time, or a manuscript of sorts. It's been translated so many different ways from the original Chinese characters. Even some things get lost in the translation. But listen to its voice and hear it echo through creation. True, invisible, and endures, it will never end. And without fail, it brings us our own protection. Just remember that the Tao is a benevolent entity. It has no agenda. It's not looking out for itself. It's looking out for everyone and nothing, and no one and everyone at the same time. Once you understand that there are two fundamental forces in play, working in unison across the universe, your life will become so much more fluid and eloquent. And if you understand the concept of abundance, and that the more you give away, the more you put into circulation, the more that will come back to you. You know what I mean? And that's not just money, that's your time and your energy and physical matter. If you have a trunk full of junk or devices or items or things you've just been hanging on to that are just causing clutter in your life, it's springtime. It's time to declutter your life. The Tao Te Ching says, where there is deficiency, where there is surplus, give to deficiency. So if you have a surplus and you're not using something, just give it away if you can. Don't even think about it as, oh, what can I get for a monetary return on this? Just give it freely away, and just feel and think and feel how much more lighter you will be once you go and purge yourself of your non-essential items and things and bad habits, thinking, and just watch how much positive energy re-enters your life. Have yourself all wherever you are. It's 5:40 in the morning right now, Mountain Standard Time. If you're listening to this, waking up or going to bed, just set the intention that the Great Mother is looking out for you, and there really is no time like the present. Have yourself a great and prosperous day from those of us here at the Daily Taoist, and have a great and prosperous day. Namaste.